I see the title, man. Let's get
The
to
third
it.
episode of Winning Time Season 2 switches gears a bit and takes a deeper dive into Larry Bird's story before he became a Celtics legend. And we here at Squad Dawkins break down Larry Legend's origin as shown in episode
Larry Bird just now, right here.
Legend. And we here at
That's
Squad
not Larry
Dawkins
Bird.
break down Larry Legend's origin as shown in episode 3 and much
yeah, we
more
can
from the
see.
latest Winning Time episode. The third episode, titled The Second Coming, refers to Larry Bird, who had been called the Basketball Jesus by many Boston fans.
It's a movie.
The
I'm like,
episode-
what the hell? That's not Larry Bird.
Opens with Jerry Buss and Magic Johnson watching their bitter rivals, Red Auerbach and Larry Bird, lifting another NBA championship trophy. However, watching their rivals succeed only seems to fuel Buss and Magic's desire to win. A flashback to 1974 shows Larry Bird visiting his father in his hometown in Indiana.
Let's have a beer.
No thanks.
Bird explains he dropped out of college, but his father encourages him that a better future lies ahead of him if he pursues a college education.
You want to see a future here? Well, you're looking at it. I thought you were going to change it.
In reality, Bird was enrolled at Indiana University on a scholarship for roughly 24 days in 1974. By Bird, the school was just too big for him, and he was a homesick kid who was lost and broke, and this is why he decided to leave Indiana and return home. After another instance of Magic Johnson letting Larry Bird getting inside his head once again,
Larry Bird would have passed.
Sure would. That's why his ass just won a championship and you're here teaching kids.
Why did my parents waste their money on this camp?
Yeah, you're pumped.
Larry Bird would have passed.
Larry Bird is the king.
Hey, y'all show some damn respect.
Irving.
another flashback to 1975 reveals Bird's father Joe dying from suicide. Joe Bird was a veteran of the Korean War, and it's speculated that his time in the military may have taken its toll on the father of 6. He was a heavy drinker and often unemployed. This put strain on the family's finances, making Bird's mom borrow money for groceries. Bird and his siblings were expected to work, and he toiled away for 40 hours a week when he was 13. Larry was close to his father growing up, and the two embarked on countless fishing excursions together. His father's death pushed Larry to use basketball to ease his pain and poverty. Bird winds up getting a job, but he never really puts down basketball. On his breaks and time off from work, he plays pickup games, proving he never lost his touch, basketball-wise and trash-talking-wise.
Gotta get back to work. How about y'all work on your game instead?
Yeah, he's talking to you.
Give me some competition.
Eventually, he earns the attention of Indiana State's assistant men's basketball coach, Bill Hodges, who wants Bird to play for the team.
I can get you competition.
Told you I ain't interested.
Despite Hodges' initial attempts, Bird refuses to play for the school. Then one day in 1976, Bird shows up to an Indiana State practice wearing jeans and boots.
You want some shorts? Some sneakers, maybe?
Good like this. Don't lose count.
And proves why he's often the best player on the floor, while famously
The G's is crazy. The G's is
trash-talking the players and the coach as they practice.
That's
6.
Plaid shirt.
13, coach. 24.
What's this movie called again? I forgot. I want to go all the way back and
30. 33. Shoot, sorry, I lost count.
41.
43. Thought you said there'd be some competition. Hope it gets better than this, coach.
Later, Bird was picked by the Boston Celtics in the 1979 NBA draft, but did not sign a contract with the team.
It's killing me that don't really. It looked like Larry Bird, but it don't. Like he really just is white. Honestly, keep it a buck. Like he don't look like Larry Bird in my opinion. I get it to hair a little bit, but nah.
Result, Red Auerbach, Boston Celtics president at the time, personally visited Bird and convinced him to sign with Boston by promising to build a franchise squad around him.
No one's ever built a franchise squad around a corner man. But if I did, I'd need the greatest who ever lived.
In reality, Auerbach did offer Larry Bird the highest paying contract ever given to an NBA rookie at the time to convince him to join the Boston Celtics. Bird secured a deal that landed him an average of $650,000 per year over the course of 5 years, which equates to roughly him to join the Boston Celtics. Bird secured a deal that landed him an average of $650,000 per year over the course of 5 years, which equates to roughly $2.74 million today adjusting for inflation. According to Sports Illustrated, Auerbach did actually downplay the significance of Bird's role on the team as a cornerman during the negotiating process. Bird had threatened to re-enter the NBA draft in 1979 and play another year at Indiana State before he and the Celtics landed on the extremely lucrative deal. The last time we see Bird is in the closing segment of the episode. Bird returns to his hometown French League. This time, as an NBA champion, he continues his late father tradition to collect newspaper stories as he adds the story of him winning the championship with the Celtics in 1981. The episode ends with Bird staring at a newspaper clipping of Magic beating him in the 1979 College National Championship game to remind the viewers again on the main plot this season, the Magic and Bird rivalry.
Magic reached out to us, asking for an extension beyond his current deal.
An extension? We got him under contract for 5 years.
He's asking for more.
Outside of Bird, Winning Time Season 2, Episode 3 also sees Magic Johnson signing
so that's what it's called. It's a show called Winning Time.
Massive 25-year contract extension of $25 million with Jerry Buss of the Lakers. The real-life Magic actually signed that same exact deal in 1981, making it the longest NBA contract ever made. Compared to NBA salaries nowadays, that figure doesn't seem to be all that significant, but it was meant to demonstrate Magic's lifelong commitment to Buss and the Lakers. The real-life Johnson, whose contract went into effect in 1984, eventually realized that he was being underpaid, with teammate Kareem Abdul-Jabbar making nearly $2 million per season, but was youthful and excited by the offer at the time.
Magic came to me and said, I would like to be a Laker throughout my entire playing career. Could we sign a long-term contract? I said, yes, we can.
As shown in this episode, Jerry Buss was angry, furious, and irate.
What the fuck went wrong?
It wasn't just the double whammy of the Lakers' loss against the Houston Rockets in the first round, on top of Boston's first title of the 1980s, but that did make him especially upset. It was also how poorly Buss looked in front of all the other team's owners. Buss was determined to not live out another embarrassing season, so he confided in a group of his basketball advisors who he hoped could diagnose the team's issue. Ultimately, the pressure fell onto Westhead. In his memoir, The Speed Game, My Fast Times in Basketball, Paul Westhead recalled getting a frantic phone call from Buss while he was vacationing with his family in Hawaii. Buss conveyed the importance behind the team not only winning the next season, but doing it with flair and conviction.
How the fuck gonna trade me with no heads up?
You traded him?
I got triplets in the goddamn house I just bought.
One of the largest creative leaps taken in Winning Time Season 2, Episode 3, was the reaction of former Lakers forward Jim Chones when he found out he was being traded. According to the Washington Post, Chones and his wife Aloris were ultimately excited about the move to Washington, D.C. because it would bring their family closer to their hometown of Cleveland, Ohio. In the HBO series, Chones is depicted as having a rage-fueled, explosive reaction to being traded for Mitch Kupchak, claiming he just bought a house in Los Angeles and asking what he was supposed to tell his wife. In reality, Chones was initially sad, but not surprised by the trade, even stating that LA was too fast-paced for him, and he preferred a Midwestern lifestyle.
You're going with Kupchak?
Oh, you don't want him either, do you?
I already sent my own guy to check him out.
In Episode 3, Coach Paul Westhead appears to be the driving force behind the Lakers' desire to trade for Mitch Kupchak. In reality, Magic Johnson had expressed interest in getting Kupchak on their team, a key detail that was left out of the HBO series. Kupchak would go on to play 4 seasons with the Los Angeles Lakers alongside Magic, and would eventually become Magic's front office competition after their playing careers were over. In 2017, Magic took over the Lakers' general manager position from none other than Mitch Kupchak, who had been in the role for decades.
I need somebody loyal, somebody I can trust to do my scouting.
Stop trusting me. If you did, then say so. Do me a favor.
Paul Westhead and Pat Riley, who were once good friends, became distant associates who no longer ate meals together. Pat Riley never talked badly about Paul Westhead in public, but privately he shared his doubts about Westhead's ability to lead the team. He was particularly confused by Westhead's offensive system, which he felt overlooked the Lakers' 2 fast point guards. The drama between them got so bad that Riley started chain smoking.
What I'm trying to do is figure out what went wrong and how we get back to winning.
In order to repair the damaged relationship between Irvin Magic Johnson and Norm Nixon, Jerry Buss really took them on a weekend boys trip to Las Vegas. The scene played out almost entirely as HBO depicted it on screen. Buss wanted Nixon to be happy, but he was dead serious about his offer to trade him if matters didn't straighten up.
This is a question of chemistry. And if you two can't be happy on the same team, well, that's something we can deal with.
Instead of Vegas, HBO set the location at Buss's Pickfair mansion.
You go waving this contract in everybody's face, that causes a problem that I don't want to deal with.
Prior to the Magic and Nixon meeting, Dr. Buss and Magic reformed their partnership and trusted each other in their hunger for success. Their relationship mirrors their bitter rivals, Red Auerbach and Larry Bird, who have tasted success together. As a result, the episode's ending sets up the foundation for the Lakers-Celtics rivalry to get even more intense in the next NBA season. Tell us in the comments, what was your favorite episode 3 moment? And if you enjoy this video, hit the like.
You might have to tune into that. That's tough. I didn't know they had Larry Bird, little documentary / movie / show. You know, that's tough. Let me know if y'all want to see that, man. If it's not copyrighted, I'll do that. And if it is copyrighted, I might do it for the members, for the channel members, you know. So make sure you join that membership, you know what I'm saying? Turn on post notifications, subscribe, share the video with your peoples, and click on the last reaction right here. And I'm out there, man.